Yo, what's up? Welcome to the taco... Wait. No, I'm on my channel. Holy shit, I'm putting effort into a video that isn't on the Taco Village. Huh. If you know anything about me, you know I'm a Panic at the Disco fan. It was one of my favorites back in middle school, and just a little bit before. And it was all because of Vices and Virtues. It's still one of my favorite albums of all time, and because of this, and my extensive knowledge of this band, I think I'm qualified to talk about Viva Las Vengeance. That's right. I'm not a scholar in music terminology. I just listen to a lot of music and dabble on my own sometimes. But I know the history of this band, and I'm well versed in a lot of music. So, if I were to compare my music with the other three members of the Taco, I can guarantee you'd probably find a lot of bias in their listening. Not naming names. It's also my opinion. I can give less fucks if you agree or disagree with this. If you hate a song I like, cool. If you like a song I hate, cool. I shouldn't have any influence or any say into what you like. Also, I could give less fucks if you hate Brendan or Panic. Just don't shit on other people that do. That's for all the Ryan fans. For all the Ryan fans, by the way, skip to this part of the video for a very special message. Anyway, with all that out of the way, let's quickly cover the singles. Enjoy. Viva Las Vengeance. First to be revealed as a single, and wow, what an underwhelming mess. You'd think that after 2 years from the last album, there would be some improvement, but Brendan said, fuck you. I was really looking forward to this song when the first snippet was shown on all social medias. The intro was hella smooth, but Jesus Christ, it went downhill when he started to sing. I said this in my last video, but the song was a puzzle that somebody completed using pieces that belonged to a different set. The verses sound sloppy, but the bridge after the instrumental was even worse. I will say that the music video was fun, and I'm glad seeing the touring band slowly becoming the actual band. Seeing Mike, Dan, and Nicole is so much better than that solo thing he tried to do in Pray for the Wicked. As for some of the positives, the pre-chorus and outro were pretty solid, but it was all weighed down because of the rest of the song. It's a 4 out of 10 for me, just barely mid. At least it had energy. Middle of a breakup. Second single off this album, and oh boy. Again, I made a video specifically about this song, and to quickly reiterate what I said, it's worse than The Good, the Bad, and the Dirty. And that song is pure dumpster fire. This song is so boring. It goes nowhere, and the singing is just not good in this one. I understand singing takes a toll on a person after a while, so I understand if he just can't do what he could a couple years ago. But as we're going to see later, he can absolutely still hit those notes. He sounds sick, and the whole track itself sounds like a rehashed Vices and Virtues demo. And you know what I said about that? It's my favorite album. I just can't believe he took this as the final version. It's literally one of the band's worst songs to date. And don't worry, I'm gonna cover some of the earlier albums in a separate video. Yeah, your Ryan Ross fans aren't safe. 2 out of 10, sloppy song, just dog shit. Local God. I originally thought there were going to be 3 singles. It's the standard most artists choose to show to get a little taste of the album. And I said that in my last video. I thought there was going to be one final single just before the album released. And then Brandon said, nah, fuck this Pivo guy. He made a video saying he hates Middle of a Breakup. Let's release a third of the album instead. And so that's what we're going to do with the next song. But for now, let's talk about Local God, which it's just okay. Well, compared to the last two at least. This is probably the most complete song currently. If you didn't understand why I had a problem with Viva Las Vengeance, listen to these two back to back and realize even if it has that problem of Middle of a Breakup where it doesn't move at all, except the bridge, but that's predictable, it sounds like it belongs in this one song. It also has great energy in the chorus. It has a lot more redeeming qualities than the last two. But remember, this is just an opinion. I don't care if you feel better or not about it. I just personally find it okay. 5 out of 10. It's pretty good. Don't let the light go out. The final single before the album releases. If you remember what I said just a little earlier, I said I was writing this the day the final single comes out, which is this one. Don't let the light go out. And after listening to it, holy shit, this is the best song currently. After listening to the teaser Brendan puts out, every intro always seemed to drag out for me. It's been the same guitar riff that repeats in the instrumental before the verse, but this song fixes every problem I've had with every other song. The slow, melancholic melody, the lyrics sound solid with some nicks here and there, the music maintains a structure, and his singing sounds significantly better than that dog shit in Middle of a Breakup. I'm having a hard time changing the song because it has such a great hook and just around all great. I didn't have high hopes for the album, but this song has made me genuinely hopeful. But I guess we'll find out in the next song. 8 out of 10. Pretty great. Alright, that just about covers all the singles. Let's get into the new 8 songs. Oh, and here are the current rankings of the songs. Alright, next up, one that I've been terrified ever since I read the title. Star Spangled Banger. Alright, so a little heads up, I'm writing this on Friday, the day it releases. So I listened to a couple of teasers on Thursday for the new songs. And holy fuck, the songs sound awful. But they were just the choruses. It can't be that bad, right? Give me a second, I'm gonna go listen to them. Alright, I'm back. I'm very mixed about these songs. As the day of recording, I have listened to the album at least 6 times, and I think I'm able to grasp just what the album is trying to do. So with this new information, let's talk about Star Spangled Banger. I hate this title. I also don't like the song. Something I found out while listening to this album is its heavy influences. This song is just a minor offender. Let's talk about an unreleased song from Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die era. Can't Fight Against the Youth. What an awful video. I totally forgot this. This is like the only video I can find with this song. This video fucking sucks. That's right. Listening to these 2 songs back to back, it's just redoing that song. And that in itself isn't bad. It's the way he pulls it off. The chorus is an unenthusiastic version of Na 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 by My Chemical Romance. And the lyrics are just so fucking hilarious, especially the verses. Like, they have nothing to do with what I thought the song was going to be about, subverting my expectation in the weirdest way possible. The good thing I will say, 3 out of 10. Yikes for me. God Killed Rock and Roll. Oh cool, a new Queen song. Wait a minute. No, this is mid. Yeah, if it wasn't apparent to you, this song starts with that heavy influencing I was talking about in the last one. Sounds like Somebody to Love and Bohemian Rhapsody, but poor versions of it. The lyrics are fine, better than what we've gotten at least. I just don't personally like the execution, but it's fine, you know? Because that's just the intro. The chorus and everything passes sounds like a Billy Joel song. At least it sort of nails this part. I like the chorus and the 70s rock influence in this album as a whole, and as we'll see later, he also has a lot of that Vice and Virtues influence. It reminds me a lot of the songs from that album, but the difference from that album and this is that the Vice's album had that optimistic energy he was radiating in that era. While the intro is flimsy, the rest of the song, mainly the verses, do a good job setting what the title laid for him to do. I wish he could do something more original, but seeing as to how far this band has gone 10 years later, I can see how hard it can get, especially when everybody hates you now. 4 out of 10. Good parts, but bad execution. Say It Louder. Oh shit, a good rendition of something that could have been in Vice's. Honestly, after the last 2, this one has that consistent energy and consistent instrumentals. And just like Don't Let the Light Go Out, I really liked this one when I first heard it. Because it's so similar to the song he released in Vice's. I keep giving Vice's this praise, and I sincerely think it's Panic's best album. It was fun just like its prior album, Pretty Odd, and had great instrumentals akin to Death of a Bachelor and Pray for the Wicked. And some of my favorite songs off the album were unfortunately ones that aren't available in packages released in the US. That's right, some of my favorite songs off of Vice's were only released in other countries' CDs versions. Songs like Turn Off the Lights and I Wanna Be Free, as well as this song's inspiration, Oh Glory. Just listen to this. This song honestly made me sad to think it's kind of hard for an artist to re-achieve something you want one day so desperately want to change. I don't want to hate this album. I completely detach my feelings from Brendan's actions in this album. I can tell he's having fun, but they just don't sound right. But I guess that's just personally speaking. Whatever. This is the only one that I have real bias with, so I'll give this one a 9 out of 10, but you can make your own decisions on it. This song's pretty great. Sugar Soaker. Alright, the 2/3. Let's end this quarter with two good ones. Sugar Soaker is a fun song about sex, and honestly the intro took me out. The music is probably the strongest thing about this song. One listen to the bridge is all I needed to know. This song is pretty high. Lyrics are simple, but seeing as to how it all fits, not just the theme, but it actually sounds like it was made for the instrumentals. It's the most fun song on this album. Honestly should have been a single. If you replace this with Middle of a Breakup, my expectations would have been so much higher. It's a 70s diner rocker song, and honestly it's probably one of the only songs Brendan has been able to accurately make sound as if it were released in those days. Knowing what's coming up and what's been released, he did this better than Death of a Bachelor, and that album was meant to capture the Sinatra feel. Unfortunately, only one song was able to capture that. But not as good as this one. 7 out of 10. Singing. Something About Maggie. Upon several re-listens to this song, it has definitely gone higher than my first initial listen. At first I thought it was around the same as Star Spangled Banner, but the biggest reason I didn't like that one as much as this one was because it felt disconnected, which is the complete opposite in this one. Everything meshes together, it's fun and energetic in all the places it needed to be. The chorus got better with subsequent listens. The only real gripes I had with this one, its underwhelming placement. You went from a high energetic song in Sugar Soaker and immediately bring it down with this, and 2, this awful line. Makes me want to slit my wrists. It's campy, and I think that's where it lacks. I fucking hate him saying Maggie, even as a fan. I hate the way you need to have this objectively bad note. You're getting lazy, man. If you can't do it, just don't do it. Also, fuck you, Brendan. That instrumental in the bridge, this one, was so sudden and objectively the best part of the song. An entire song with this slowed down, serious vintage instrumental would have been elevated this album. 4 out of 10. Goes nowhere and has that same problem with this goddamn singing. Sad Clown. Leading right into the next song, I'm not sure if this song is supposed to be its apex, but knowing what's coming up, this is definitely the climax, and unfortunately, it has such a steep downhill after. Saying that, I actually like this song. Seeing Maggie and this as one song right after the other, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good combination. And as I keep saying, the music in this album is 100% the best part. I definitely think it's better than Pray for the Wicked in its instrumentals, as this definitely sounds a lot more creative and energetic. A lot of the strings in this album bring back that vintage sound, and mixed in with the 70s sound aesthetic this album has going for it, I think it struck gold with just how well it mixes in. Unfortunately, the place this album seems to be struggling in is Brendan singing. The last 2 albums were a testament to just how great a singer Brendan is, and with his time singing in tours and attempting to make each song an octave higher than it needs to be, it's sad to say he's really strained his voice. It doesn't seem like he could hit the notes he previously could. And it's unfortunate because what originally got me to this band, well, I mean, just listen to this. And this. And this. And now this. I like the song for everything but his singing. While he can definitely still hit the notes, it's apparent he won't be able to do it in the concerts, so I'm kind of worried. If this is the last album, he really could have done slightly better. 7 out of 10. It's the last genuine praise he's gonna get from me. All by yourself. Oh, sorry. The delivery of the song fucking sucks. He's singing about you, the listener, and how no matter how shit goes wrong, you can rebel and find comfort in the music you listen to. It's lame, the way he goes about it. The lyrics have no consistency in the verses and pre-chorus. I like the breakdown though. Oh, and here's the blatant inspiration. We would never turn the page, live forever in a day. Oh. It's not bad, it's just really fucking boring. The music is also generic, just like middle of a breakup. It really is meshing into what he's already done. And it's unfortunate because it's the penultimate song. Do I like it? After the last 4 songs, it's definitely jarring to be back down here. It's a 3 out of 10. It's just fucking boring. Alright, listen here, Yuri, you fucking piece of shit. I paid $300 to go to your show at the Forum. I need you to end the shit with a high note. I will forgive you if the music is at least creative. And I'm looking at the lyrics, they're not the worst. Let's just hope the delivery is at least passable. Also, fuck you. This isn't just influence, it's straight up copied. Honestly, the music isn't bad, but it isn't bad because it's good. It's good because you didn't make it. You're capitalizing on all your influences because your fans will say, oh, it's good because it sounds just like Queen. It's just like their old music. Whatever. I'll save this for the end. Do it to death. Alright, I'm ready. Let's press play. Not bad. Fuck you, Brendan. Fuck you. The intro was good. I was ready to pop off. What is this chorus? I was seriously ready to pop my head back and forth. This is just another case of subverting my expectations. Apparently, starting an intro on a high note is the only way to hide the fact that it isn't good. The verse, the chorus, they don't mesh. And each other, the verses on its own are good. They're so good. But the chorus, what the hell is this? What is this? The instrumentals, as I keep saying, are the best part of this album. But it just sounds like the chorus is from a commercial. I will say this, it's a lot better than whatever happened in Dying in LA. Because that was bad. I was really excited. I really was. And then, oh my god, man. And then your singing isn't good either. This song, the bridge is also really empty. There's nothing there, Brendan. Oh my god. Yes, this is my reaction after listening to it for the first time. Whatever. I like the callback from the very first teaser. This one. Shut up and go to bed. Shut up and go to bed. It's It's a nice closer, but I think changing the chorus would have made the song one of the best closures since Maz, Rabbits, and the Other Bitches in their respective albums. And wow, that was it. That was the album. That was the album. That was an album. 4 out of 10. It was great until it wasn't. Alright, that was it. Here are the final standings on the ranking. And I guess I'll give my final thoughts. Like I said earlier, I didn't want to hate this album. I removed all my feelings I had for this band and ranked as impartial as I could. 4 years ago, when Pray for the Wicked came out, I ate all this up with no filter. Unfortunately, growing up, you start picking up on those little details. Whatever happened to Brendan is none of my concern. At the end of the day, he's just a celebrity who has everything. Worrying about him won't give me any more of a chance to be his friend. But man, when I first heard that teaser, I was so excited. And once Middle of a Breakup released, reality set in. With all that said, averaging every song score, I give Viva Las Vengeance, Panic at the Disco's 7th studio album, 50%, or 5 out of 10. It could have been lower. Honestly, I only gave Say It Louder a 9 because it reminded me so much of Vices, and I love that album. But that's where its problem was. He tried to make each song a copy of something else, and the only reason Say It Louder was highly rated was because it was the only one that sounded like something he would have made. Also, fuck that slit in my wrist line, by the way. Really uncalled for. You know your audience. Why would you fucking say that? Whatever, that's it. That's it. That's it. No, that's it. No, that isn't it. I guess while I'm reviewing music, I think I will review every Panic album with time. I had a lot of fun making this video. Something different. It gave me a chance to truly analyze the music I would have eaten up not so long ago. And to all of you Ryan fans who skipped to this time, stop bitching about how you only like this band because of the first 2 albums. Ryan would have still been here if y'all only streamed The Young Veins, which I'm sure will be the first time many of y'all are hearing about this. Go support him and John. They both have released the album like back in 2000. I put it on the screen. And it's because you bitches wouldn't even give it a chance. And while you're at it, stream the Bad List and the Lonesome Town remix. You could go support him and Zeeberg. Just stop bitching like he's not doing anything. You guys are just being too mad. Whatever. Go support the man. I'm done. That's it. For real. I'm done with the video.